Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's top story is going to be Envy up against Trident.RBL. I'm, of course, Bioacid. Join me, Dr. Curry, and here we are for the ACL 2K. You know, these guys are going head-to-head in a moment. Strike zone domination up first, Curry. It's going to be a close one, and hopefully a good series overall with these two, colossal teams.
Hopefully it's better than our intro. Let's fingers crossed for that one.
Intro was beautiful.
Intro was beautiful.
I
love the pop color and the button. I can't get this undone now. Like, my neck's too fat to, it's permanent. But Strike Zone Domination, you said, two colossal teams. Plantronics.Nv, well, I'm not sure if they're called Plantronics.Nv anymore, but Envy, Trident, Rebellion, two big teams. Envy, they had a clean run in here. They ended up taking out 2XO, and then Trident Rebellion had a little bit of a nail biter up against the team of Starstruck. So both of them, they've paid their debts to get here, and they're up there. So I'm pretty sure they walk away with a few pro points now, even if they get knocked out. But it's going to be a great one. Best of 3 series still. Domination Strike Zone. First time we've seen Strike Zone at all. It's going to be very entertaining to see how these two teams play it.
It will be, as these guys will be going head-to-head in a moment as that time will kick on down and count on away. 30 seconds left. Wait for everyone to connect on in. Should be okay, hopefully. I see 3 for one, 2 for another. Hopefully the rest will connect on through and be okay to kick this one off. Now, of course, this is to go on through and finish up in the semi-finals, I guess, so to speak. The loser, of course, will be knocked out and done. Just waiting for Beaston to join the Envy team. For those that are wondering, it is Melgy, Fergs, Claw, and Beaston making up their squad. And for those that are just joining us, not too sure, he plays for Rebellion, Metal, Vanovich, Wolfie, and Rifle as well. All players in here connected, and those will be good to start. Just quickly circle through. Looks like they're still running with a lot of vectors being used. Yep, so we got 7 vectors in total, and the 1 AR being Fergs that are 5.
Oh, geez, and Fergs puts it to work, getting the first blood. Beaston gets a double, and this is bad news for the team of Trident Rebellion. They don't even lock down their home flag because Fergs is already in their face. Look at that, Wolfie, last one alive now, trying to desperately regain some controls. Envy are pushing up so aggressively. Look at that there, Beaston 4 for 1, and they're trying to salvage this A. And you do see Beaston get 1. He won't get the second one, but that's put a lot of pressure off Trident Rebellion. And it may only be a 3-point differential in the first minute because of that play. That has taken off so much momentum away from Trident Rebellion. It's just made the team of Envy look like this scary force. And if they're able to break out plays like that in this whole series, I'd be scared too.
Yeah, Beaston now inside of the bar here of his teammate. Melgy was there a moment ago, but there is that Wolfie, the 2-piece to help it out, clean it up. Claw will pick up Wolfie afterwards, though, as they then head back towards that C-Flay to try and regain a bit of control back there. They do end up losing back towards B again, though. Or as I say that, they are struggling here as the Rebellion squad don't have a single flag in their hands. Or as I say, they pick up A back in the home side of things, but it will be the Envy team to pick up that 2-flag advantage with the opposition B and C in their hands for the time being. Now Fergs is rotating back around towards the A side of things there for a moment. Well, Spino will go for that cap, decides against it. Few takes up top inside that middle courtyard, but couldn't finish off that kill. As it's going to be Wolfie to come back and finish him off.
Still an extremely close game. Malchi will try and make some plays over at C. He does get one. He's got to watch his pro shot, though. There will be a player trying to contest him. 2 of them fresh off the respawn. He's looking up high. He does get the neutralization, though, and that might have just allowed his team long enough to try and regain control of A. That won't be the case, though, as Envy, they are just fighting tooth and nail to try and get this C flag, and they've done so, but they've got to watch out for the rotation onto the B flag by the team of Trident Rebellion. You can tell by the minimap they're in no sorts to try and defend it. A 3-man rush takes out the man of Malch, and he can't do much to defend that B, but they're straight onto A, and I tell you what, Envy, they might have just been able to pull this one out of the bag as they do neutralize A. Such a close game right now, by we're only a quarter into it.
Yeah, it's only 3 points that difference right now, 29-26, that scoreline, of course. That is the Plantronics Envy squad in that lead for the time being. Of course, down to that second quarter, about to come to fruition right now. What it'll do is Rebellion with that 2-flag advantage, A and B in their hands, rotating back and forth to keep them clear, keep them empty, and make sure no one's going to push on up. Wolfie defending inside the bar. Rifle and Bankers were rolling back and forth towards A. Now Mental's going to come on out and try and hold it up. Big double nade there to help him out indeed, as Wolfie will push on up towards the pro shop, and he'll try and clean up that right-hand side, while Mental will pick up that A flag once again, and that 2-flag advantage back in Rebellion's hands.
All right, here come Rebellion now. They do have B. Mental's got to go big. He's don't get the clutch double. Can he get the clutch kills? He gets one. Oh, he challenges the second. Doesn't get the third kill, though. Little unlucky by him, but that's a huge play that slowed down the capture. And Fergs, oh, he went to do the neutralize, jumped off the flag, and that might have just cost him. There has to win that gun battle, does do so, taking out Vanish, but that was a catastrophe nearly for Fergs. He will be able to capture B, but they've lost C in the meantime. Trident Rebellion are just rotating so quick right now. It's just Envy. They seemed a little stunned right now, Bio.
Well, they do. They did have a bit good bit of control happening during that first part here, but during the second quarter, you know, they've had a bit more of a stun situation. They're struggling a little bit. They've tried to keep it close. It's an 8-point game right now with that Rebellion team in the lead still, and they've held the 2 flags for a fair while Envy have struggled to, you know, take them and release that control. They've managed to get a couple of flags down on neutralization parts, but never did the 2 flag advantage back in their hands after the first 2 minutes that went down. Right now, Vanish trying to head in through the middle part of the map. Envy now trying to pick it up in the final minute here during this first half, as we'll see them get that double flag advantage back now. They pick up that A flag and B flag, sorry. They have lost C though, but that's good enough for them. If they can also get 2 flags and try and close that gap back down from 13 points, they'll be happy.
Oh, Mental getting doubles, just constantly being in the face of Envy. Still such a close game, 40 seconds left, and Wolfie does get a kill. Cankle shot downwards. Keep on board with him right now as we do watch him. He wants to push out into B. Envy, they're closing the gap slowly but surely. Less than 10 points right now, but they are losing all of their flags. Wolfie now pushing on in. There is a player straight to his right. Doesn't check it. That's going to cost him there, as it will only be Rival. Last one alive now, trying to defend C. Triple cap for Envy. And in the final 50 seconds, Bio, this is just going to close their gap. And look at that. It's only a 2-point game, a 1-point advantage for Envy. In the final few seconds, they close it down, they shut it down, and they take the lead. But it's still so close. Envy go big in the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, you always expect a close game in the small map like Strike Zone for the domination point of view. Same with Freight, and right now, you know, a 3-point game. Can't get much closer than that other than a tie, more or less. And we'll see here coming to the second half, 3-point advantage for the Envy squad. Can they hold it down? They had their lead for the most part during the start of that first half, and then after the first 2 minutes or so, they started to lose a bit more control, and that's when Rebellion stepped their game up and, you know, took advantage of that 2-flag advantage they had for so long. It was only in that final minute that Envy, you know, sort of answered back there. We'll find out now what's going to happen. Claw pre-firing with his teammates here at the B side, trying to pick up the B flag earlier off in the round, but Wolfie with that double flag around will get the 2-piece there, and he'll be able to come in from behind now and maybe even go for the flag. He decides against it, puts his teammate on there instead while he tries to clear out the front.
Oh, Malgi gets a beautiful double on top of B, but the trophy system, actually. He went for the nade, and Rival's trophy system, he wanted to get on the scoreboard, and he gets the kill, the one-up of Malgi. That is something not to remember. You do see now Fergs makes sure he gets rid of that trophy system, doesn't want a repeat of what happened to Malgi, but he cannot defend. 3 down, Beast and last one alive. He's all the way out at double steps. He's going to go straight for B, though. No one from Rebellion stayed back to defend it. And this could have been a great rotation by him. What's he going to go for, though? Is he going to jump on the flag? Yes, he will. But there is a player right behind him. He doesn't know this, unfortunately, and he gets pinched. Trident Rebellion now starting to get a bit of a lead of their own.
Well, they are, as we'll see that now. It's only a 2-point lead, but, you know, it's going to help them increase, perhaps, bit by bit, more by more, as that time ticks on through. See that right now, 85 and 81. They pick up that B flag once again. And of course, it's going to leave now Envy only with A control, but they have managed to sink their way inside of B now, and they've got a good setup of their own. Beast, I'm watching the cut door from the closet. You know, Melgy capping the flag and watching Kitchen, and his own little back there, while Fergs did get picked up there in the process. 89 to 85, still a 4-point game here. And of course, still with that Rebellion squad in the lead for the time being. Melgy's going to push down towards C, as they are now losing B as well. So, while they do pick up that middle flag ground, they can't seem to hold it for much long, as Rebellion will now regain control of it. And of course, just for a moment there, Envy without a flag, but didn't really matter too much because Melgy was there at C to regain control of that. But the lead is now increasing more by that Rebellion team.
I wouldn't be too worried if I was in Envy's position, because we saw it in the first half. In the final minute or 2 minutes, they were able to close the gap, and they could quite easily do it once again. It's only 10 points, and that's actually less than what it was in the first half. So they have the goods to deliver. Now is the opportunity to start and make it roll. You do see Beast, and he's going to push up through the stairs. There's one kill. He's got the double smokes, can't get the double, and takes out Mental. Mental gets 1, Mental gets 2, and that is going to be a triple. There's the quad! Mental lining up the kill feed there. That's a 4 down, and that he's still going. Just look at him. There's the 5th. There's the 6th. There's another player. He can't get the kill, though. Finally shut down by Fergs. But Mental and his big head go big for Rebellion.
As you see him now, 31 and 18 with 7 caps to his name in that regards. But just like that, 3-player drop down there from Envy once again as the Rebellion squad now down here at C. They're losing B. They've neutralized C, though. Wolfie now has to make the decision where to head. They've managed to regain the control of the B area, though, but they're losing it once again. But Wolfie's going to try and cut through mid. He has to watch out to his right, as a few players will be there, and he's aware of it as well. At the stands, he finds one, and he will try and come in through the backhand side of Bar to pick up the extra kills. There's one there as well, and Beeston on back towards the mid. Can't get the kill, though. Claw's pre-fire really working out well. Now, then he's on 13 and 19, but he does have 6 caps to his name, so while he's going minus, same with Rival, they've both got heavy captures to the name to really help the team out. 129 to 106 right now on that scoreline. And, of course, Rebellion in that lead and trying to lock down a second flag once again because they are only in the hands of C flag right now.
And they do have the double. They need to get the triple, though. Mauji's going to pop off a nade. If it doesn't connect, it will be bad news, and it doesn't. The trophy system denies it, and they don't actually lock down C. That was nearly a sure thing. Mauji gets one, Claw gets one too. Now they're jumping on towards A, and from the side, shots will come careering on in, and they will take out Mauji. With a minute left, the gap is just a little bit too big. But it seems like they've left it too late to try and make some plays here. Mauji's been going big on the flag. She's got 8 captures actually to his name, but he can't carry it that hard. 4 down for Envy. That has got to be it right then and there. Trident Rebellion, it's safe to say they're going to walk away with map 1 here. Well deserved. That they will be able to finish it off was a triple cap. Big plays out of their books.
Oh, it was indeed. Obviously, heading to the S&D and the momentum coming off this side of things for a domination victory up against a team like Plantronics.Nv. They're going to be feeling happy about that. And now coming into these final moments, kills still happening every which way and around in regards to that map, but the control still in the hands of Rebellion there, and it's pretty much all showing in that kill feed as well. Wolfie's 2-piece now pushing for that third. He'll find it down there at the bottom of A, and that staircase there as well. 10 seconds left, 158 to 124. We'll see it update one more time. So it'll be 160 to 125, I think, by the end of it all. And that'll be it in regards to that scoreline as they pick up an extra flag there right at the end. So 159 to 125, and of course Rebellion taking out game number 1, heading into game number 2, of course, S&D on Octane. A larger map, a different style of map, but we did see how that Rebellion squad played out in Octane and Domination. So, they played all right. We'll find out what their S&D game's going to come out like, though, up against a team like Plantronics.Nv. But it's going to be a close game, I think, no matter what, because just like that, and that Domination, for the most part, was very close as well.
Yeah, well, Wolfie got 41 kills, so that's the second time we've seen him top score in the kills. Mental 2 off. Just huge plays out of those two, and they really started to slay. But Octane is going to be very interesting to see how they play this. Envy, I just looking at their lineup, especially mainly Mauji and Beeston, they're quite skilled search and destroy players. And if those two can just, pop off a little and get a few kills off the break and just, get some momentum going, Envy can be right back into this series.
They can, but we'll find out if they can, though, as these guys get set up, prepped, and a new lobby's done for game number 2. Like we said, S&D on Octane coming up next here at the ACL 2K. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with the host at the end of the game. I think they didn't think a player got in right at the last moment, but he actually did. But perhaps they weren't aware of it. So the team kills did pursue after that, and after restart the lobby once again. But game number 2 in this best ever 3 series between Plantronics.Nv and of course Trident.RBL. Let's go head to head once again. So these guys are going to be happening, and see if the Envy squad can answer back after Rebellion's nice little victory moments beforehand during that. It was a close game for the most part on the strike zone domination, but towards the end there it was, of course, Rebellion who snuck away and picked up the victory. So right now, Dr. Ko, who are you thinking for this S&D side? Do you think Envy can answer back, or do you think that the Rebellion squad had the momentum to take it out?
I did mention before, if Malgi and Beeston go large, I can quite easily see them, get that momentum back and even possibly take the map. But Rebellion, we saw them in previous series. They did lose, or they nearly lost, should I say, the Search and Destroy. It came all the way down to round 11, but they were able to keep a steady stream of, plays going in through them, or they were making it seem somewhat convincing. Choked a few of the rounds there and ended up going to round 11, but they seem like quite a strong Search and Destroy team. They know their rotations and they know their line to start. If they're able to do this on Octane, where it's all about your line of sight, you'd be surprised just how well they can actually do. So they're going to be a team to watch, but I have to keep a side leg to my left, just a little keep my eye on Malgi and Beeston. So those two heat up, you'd be surprised just how well the rest of the Trident team will do, or the rest of the Envy team will do. So
you are right. If those two teams do pick up if those two players pick up a nice little few first kills in here to help him out, it'll work out well for him. Rival joining the wrong team there. Hopefully he'll still be able to spawn in. They should be okay. In that regard. So these guys will be set up. For those who are wondering, Rebellion on the defense, 2 scopes out in their hands as well.
I know, I was about to say they got the double scope.
As we see Beeson with the sniper as well. Oh, can't pick up the kill though. One player baseball sliding across towards front hotel there, but there's the first 2 kills. Wolfie and Metal pick up 1 each as Wolfie gets dropped afterwards by Thurgs. Becomes now a 2v3. Bomb has been dropped over there behind hotel.
Let's see if Beeston's able to get a few scopes off now. Did he see the player out of gas? He did scope into it, but they might have just rounded the corner. He hasn't checked top horn yet, which is very interesting. It's normally one of the key indications of where a player would be located. Flicking through them right now. Mental being very aggressive with a pistol in hand. Rifle is all the way separated from them right now. Mental could make a big play here, but I don't think they're expecting him to be in this sort of position. Flanking around towards the B with a scope, and he does find one player. He's got to line it up. He does get the kill. It's all up to Fergs now, the main AR player for Envy. He's got the long range skill, but he's in no position right now to make some plays.
Yeah, he's not. Rifle's been down here as well at the back of hotel, just throwing these double nades out to try and find if he's back there or not. He's been waiting for Fergs to make this push back out to regain control of that bomb. He's about to see him in a moment. Oh, and there it is there finally.
Melted!
After all that time. Rival was there for a good minute and 15 seconds or so the whole time. After he got that first kill, he just chilled back there and waited and watched till Mental picked up that extra one there as well in the background. So a good first round for Rebellion. Obviously now onto their attack and on the defense. We'll see if things get changed up at all. And let's just quickly scroll through those players from Rebellion to see what the defense is going to, the attack's going to be like. Sorry, let's see 1 scope this time around, not 2. But it will, of course, still be a heavy AR there for Mental with that R5 thermal.
All right, I was just trying to see what Fergs was going for there, but it just seems as though he was shooting into the sky. And all right, let's go on board this rifle. The bomb carry. He's pushed up quite nicely. First blood will go to Wolfie. Wolfie's he's playing out of his skin right now. He's trying to drop the 40 bomb. I like what Rival's going for there. He's just trying to check the wallbang, make sure no one's standing there. Chucks down the trophy. Smart decision out of his behalf. Does he have incog though? Because he's got to watch out for any thermal scopes to get a sight of him. He is a goner. He's going to try to get the bomb down. There is a play from Envy directly in front of him, but Mental was able to take him out. Last one alive will be Fergs, but he gets shut down. And it was all about the lines of sight, and that's exactly what the team of Trident.RBL did, Bio. And that is an easy and extremely convincing round. Mental 4-0 and Rival 2-0.
Yeah, he's having a great little start here for the Rebellion team so far. Can't say the same for Envy right now. We'll find out what's going to happen though in this following round. Can Envy finally put a point on that board? Or will it become 3-0? You look at Vanish as well, Vanish is on 0-0-0. He hasn't touched anything in regards to the bomb, a player, an assist.
Yeah.
His teammates are doing the work for him, it would seem. And
he can just chill back.
Coming out.
He's just like, yeah, you guys can do the work. I'm just going to chill here in the back. Yeah, I'm just going to go grab the beer. Yeah.
Nice sniper coming out there as well. Just a moment ago there, Mental He's trying to find one. He got a tag on a player. Couldn't finish off the kill, though, but his teammate rival did get dropped down in the background now. As Melgy just decides to sit back. One player up high there on top pawn, thanks to Oracle Mode. I can see him up there. As now it's slowed down here, it seems, in the round. You'll see here Fergs, Beast, Melgy, and Claw all making a bit of a push across now. Not too sure what they want to do, and there is there. Then he's on Beeson to shut him out. So Melgy's still here with the bomb. 3-on-3 situation here over at Hotel. 40 seconds left, and him and Fergs going to try and think if they want to put the bomb down now or they want to try and head towards A.
If I was in their position, and this is coming from a caster, so somewhat ironic, I would just get that bomb down as quick as you can, but they've got to watch out for Vanish, who finally did actually get a kill. So it's always helpful. I've been hearing that's helpful, but he does get shut down. Now, this is Envy's opportunity right now to try and get that bomb down. They do have somewhat control over B, and that's exactly what Fergs is doing right now. And look at where Claw is. Claw can make a huge play right now. He's managed to get behind them both. And he's going pre-fire around the corner, does get one. It's all up to Wolfie. Now, does Claw know he's dead? No, but he gets the knife off. Now it's Fergs versus Wolfie. Fergs gets a kill in the end. And you know what, Bio? They timed that perfectly. I said they needed to get rid of the play up in top pawn. They did do so. And then they got the bomb down, put the pressure back onto the team of Trident Rebellion. They had to make the plays, and Envy were positioned so well. Claw, they weren't expecting him to be up in top pawn. It worked out for the better. Envy, first one on the board, and that is a crucial round for them. But Malgi, very interesting to note, Bio, not even on one kill yet.
Yeah, Melgy's struggling a little bit at the moment. Few players and a lot more of it, and Envy all pushing towards that B in front of Hotel. They want to try and take out any push that this squad from Rebellion was going to try and put up. Now, Rival's actually over at Strip still, just chilling out at here, as Men will pick up one there on Fergs. He's got Wolfie here with him as well. Now, try and clear out the rest of the area at the time. One player up high, waiting and watching. It's Claw up there, and the COD timing will work in someone's favour in a moment if he does challenge, but Melgy will pick him up anyway on the staircase there at the back. He sees no one tag. He'll confirm on Rival. Now, it's all going to be up to Wolfie and Vanish here, as Wolfie picks up one on Melgy, making it now 2v2. Claw and Beeson. Wolfie and Vanish. Bomb has been dropped out there in the open. One player coming around behind here in a moment. Watch out. Claw hunting a little bit and then slows it down just to defend a bit more.
Claw has just been in the flank constantly. Malgi did get a kill. Now, Vanish, I'm not too sure why he keeps using. He's got a scope in his back pocket, but he's been missing so many shots with it. If I was him, I would just stick to the R5 and hopefully have some luck with it. But 2v2, these two are treating it very slowly. I know Envy, they do a lot of these 2v2, so they should be prone to situations like this. Vanish does spot one. He's going to be Claw, who goes for a very reckless challenge. That's going to cost him. They're forcing Beeston to come out of cover, and Wolfie will get the kill in the end. Good job there by Wolfie. A little bit lucky to spot him jumping on down, but Beeston, he had to go for the play there. As soon as Claw dropped, they lost control of that portion of the map, and Beeson, there's nothing he could do if they got that bomb down. It's a little unfortunate out of them, but the team are trying to Rebellion Bio. They're showing why they're very strong in search and destroy. I would like to watch Beeston though. He needs to hit this spawn snipe.
Yeah, he needs to try and pick up one, or at least get the comms out. You know, he's just missed the no one crossing across there. Don't know if he saw him along the long range side of things though, but again, that timing really not working out for him. Claude has left the game. Not sure what happened there. Maybe you have to try and quickly do a class change quickly. Who knows? But right now it becomes now a 2v4 situation after having lost Claw just a moment ago. So Melgy and Beeston, neither with that bomb. It has been dropped. And there goes Beeston. Metal waiting back there on that A defense. Beeston now by himself in a 1v4 situation here. He has to try and regain control of that bomb. The player at Hotel, though, they see him there. Shots coming out. He's going to try and poke for it here. Be careful with that long-range shot coming across. One player top pawn should see him, does, and there it is there from Vanish with that sniper once again.
I was about to say it's a little harder for Claw to try and make a play. Oh, they're starting on Claw for Beeston with all four players, and you can tell by Rocco that there was a player right behind him, so there was nothing going in his favour, which is a little unfortunate. Trying to rebel in 4-1 now. They really need to get Claw in here as quick as they can. If he can connect at any time, they're just going to end it. All right, they're going to end it, so we'll make sure we take note of that 4-1 advantage to try and rebel and get Claw back in here, and they'll start it back off. But look at that. Malgi and Beeston both on one. I feel a little bad because they were the players which I noted. I said those two need to heat up for Envy to do well, and they're both dropping the breadstick.
Yeah, they are. Tweets already coming out about that by a certain someone from the Rebellion team. So I checked out Twitter a moment ago, so
don't
see in a moment.
Seem too shocked.
Yeah, as these guys will get set up. Claw is back in here, it would seem. I see his name there in the lobby, so hopefully he's all good, and hopefully these guys are right to continue back into that one. Like we said, it was 4-1. Trident.RBL are in the lead. They're 2 rounds away from knocking Plantronics.Nv out of this competition for the ACL 2K and continue on through in regards to this. Now, if we look at the bracket, we're sort of thinking maybe they'll go up against the Curse Australia team. Sorry, not Curse Australia, it'll be Immunity. Sorry, of course, Immunity up against Citadel right now. And then down to the other side of the bracket, we see Pathfinder and Sympathy up against 2XO and Curse AU. So I just want to see if I refresh that and see if there's been any updates. Doesn't seem to be the case. So no updates yet, but I sort of have a feeling that it might be Pathfinder and Curse AU up against, at this point in time, Immunity. And, Rebellion seem pretty strong. Envy can still bring this back, but right now, Rebellion just seems to bringing their A game to it. And I think they might be able to wrap this one up. If not a 2-0, at least a 2-1 perhaps during that final blitz. But I'll have to wait and find out. Can't keep your chickens before they hatch, as they say. And these guys will be getting checked up, ready to go. We're still waiting for them to restart, though. I see Envy's name. All the players are in here, but perhaps they're just making sure that everything's okay connection-wise before they restart and have to end it again a second later. But right now, a few of the players from Envy really suffering and struggling to get the more kills on the board to really help their team out here, Carrie. And if they can't change anything up in the following next round at least, then I sort of think that, it will be a 2-0 in favour of the Rebellion team.
Plain and simple, right then and there. Hopefully, I just want to get back into this one. It looks like they will be starting up. So remember, 4-1, we had to end it. Claw did unfortunately disconnect. But back into it. Keep the scoreline. Keep it going. So it won't end automatically, guys. If they do end up getting the 6th round, they need 2. Trident.RBL, and I'm referring to 2 more rounds they do. And they'll walk away with the victory, advance further on. And we're almost near the end of this here, by the best teams in Australia are left. We got Immunity, Curse, Trident.RBL, Envy, Pathfinder. We cannot forget them. We saw them earlier on where they performed extremely well. Of course, they got the Philamaka, who's doing his job quite well. There's a few other teams still in the mix, but we're getting down to the thick end of it right now. And we're going to have to keep an eye on the team of Envy, though, because they're on their last legs right now. And I feel a little bad for the men, Beaston and Malgi, because they both only got 1 kill to their name out of the rounds that have been played out, which is not what you would have expected, or what I would have expected to say. So at least those two really need to heat up. Hopefully the break's done them some good and they can come out firing on all cylinders, because if they don't, Envy will be knocked out of this 2K.
So you see Wolfie's going to come head-to-head with a player here in this overextension. He sees one. He's thinking someone might be behind him. Not too sure if he'll backtrack or not, though. As that player is going to head towards Gas. Instead, it will be Claw who's checking out A, but Wolfie wasn't too sure. It was a smart play by both these two. Just try and check their corners first and make sure when they check on out, there's the kill there. Thanks to Wolfie picking up Claw now, making it... You're making it a 2v3, but now it's a 2v2 because on the other side of things, Melgy's picked up 2 kills for the bat here on Rival and Mental here off the round. Bomb's been regained control now by Vanish, but he's got to try and cover some ground as he tries to head across to one of these bomb sites. He's not too sure. Wolfie said go to A. It was clear. He's got a long path to go, and he's got a sniper and pistol to do it. And he may have been spotted by Fergs. I think he was. He was.
You do see Malgy now watching to make sure he doesn't rotate back while Fergs is legging it over there. Malgy is 2-0, so he's already got more kills than he did out of the 5 rounds which we saw played off. So he's heating up, which is exactly what they needed. Now, these two need to work together, Malgy and Fergs. If they split up, it could cost them. Vanish, though, I like this position by him. That's a little bit sneaky out of him. And they need to check the corners if they want to try and identify him. Envy taking their sweet time on this one, checking every corner that they can, but they've got to make sure the clock doesn't go down, and they go for the defuse here. Does Vanish check it? 20 seconds left. He's just posting it up by. If he doesn't check this... Oh.
Both the players were there on that bomb watching each other, and he had a feeling one player, it was smart of him to think at least one would come from that way. And being that it was a 2v1, it was even smarter to think, okay, obviously there might be an escort happening here as well. So maybe it'll be okay and I'll get both of them 2 for 1. But Beeson this timed out. I don't know if they even saw it, though. As, Claw, Melody and them did see it. So the game will be ended once again. But the score now becomes 4-2 for those that are wondering. Of course, the Rebellion team still up in that lead. But only by 2 rounds down instead of the 3 they were up just before. We had to end it for Claw. Now we have to end it for Beeson, who timed out moments ago. And hopefully these guys will be back in a moment to regain the match. And hopefully we continue on through here with the ACL 2K. We look at that bracket once again to see if there's been any more updates in regards to the series being played out. And it doesn't seem to be the case. So a few matches still being played, or scores have not been entered, either or. But right now, these guys are both teams are strong teams, and both teams are capable of winning. But at the same time, Rebellion's game has just been more on point, so to speak, for this S&D alone. 4-1, that scoreline was for a moment. With that being said, Plantronics.Nv do have the ability to time and time again, bring it back and answer back a few rounds of their own to tie it up, and then perhaps even win one of their own to take it to a game number 3 in regards to a blitz. But right now, we've got to wait for Beeson to rejoin us and regain control. Quick little shout out there to NVIDIA, BenQ, and Gigabyte, the official sponsors of ACL, for those that are wondering. New sponsors there as well. A shout out, of course, to MLG, which is streamed all the time now on MLG.TV. So a shout out to them for having us here. And we are pleased and humbled to be here, of course. We want to make sure that everyone around the world gets to see what ANZ COD has to offer, and it's the best way to do so.
We don't have to include New Zealand. You know that, right?
We do. We don't have to include Tasmania, but we do. So
true. There's a compensation. Yeah. Let's just Tasmania doesn't count.
Yeah, that's it. Shout out to Talwyn if he's watching at home.
Yeah, I hope Talwyn's not watching.
But right now, like we said, Beeston still has to rejoin us, and I don't know.
I want to bring this up though. I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to bring this up though. You were just talking about how we're all being streamed in that all over MLG.TV. Tell you what, few weeks away, you want to make sure you bookmark this channel here because we got ACL Sydney. If you guys are new to stream, you've just tuned in now. ACL Sydney is going to be huge. It's going to be ACL's second hosted event, Call of Duty. There's going to be so many games. I think they've got 4 streams or something. Just a mass amount of games. It's going to be one of their biggest events today. And the Call of Duty side of it is just going to be massive. All the teams, or a fair majority of the teams that you are seeing in today's 2K, will be competing there. Some of the biggest names like Avantgarde, Curse Australia, Team Immunity. I won't be surprised if we see Team Immunity or Curse Australia later on in the stream. Right now, they are playing out their matches, see if they advance further on. But the main reason why all these teams are competing is for the seeding position come ACL Sydney. Of course, it's all based off pro points, and Beeston's still yet to connect though, so we'll just keep going. Everything in Sydney is based off pro points, so all the players and all the teams here are fighting to get their hands on as many as they can leading up to the event, and this is one of the biggest chances that they have before the actual weekend. Yeah,
so just got official word there. That's 5 different streams, it would seem. I don't know if Hearthstone's going to have a stream, but there's 5 different streams with 6 different games. So there's StarCraft 2, Call of Duty, LoL, FIFA, Hearthstone, and Smash. But you just look at that there, 5 different platforms. But the only one you need to worry about is here on MLG. It's the only one that'll be happy on MLG, or the rest will probably be somewhere else on Twitch, for example.
And you only want to care about the COD anyway.
Yeah, the only one you need is COD. And just remember, just down below your screens right now, there's a follow button there as well. So click on that. Make sure you follow us, and you'll get emailed via your MLG account when the stream does go live. So be sure to do that. Obviously, there'll be tweets happening as well. You can check us out on Twitter at ACL Pro, at Dr. Curry, at Dr. Curry, at Bioacid, at Mike's the 94. He'll be there as well casting. And I'm not too sure who else has been put down for the COD side of things, but obviously you most noticeable like Maynard from the StarCraft side of things, Atlas, and from the LoL side of things there as well. I'm not too sure who's going to be covering the FIFA side and the Smash side, but
haven't we told you you're covering FIFA?
I'm doing Hearthstone. I'm doing Hearthstone.
You're doing Hearthstone. Okay.
Yeah. I'm doing Hearthstone, and Atlas is doing COD.
COD. Okay. And I might dip my toes in the Smash. Just the Super Smash Bros.
I reckon I'd be great at Hearthstone. Be like asking for some 2s. No 2s? Go fish. I think that'd be great. Something like that. Then it'd be a good little sport to watch. Me casting Hearthstone. Let's just change that. Let's cut the COD stream.
Exactly
let's
right.
Have a Hearthstone stream instead, and we'll have.
I hope Damo's listening to this. Our producer. I hope he's listening to this.
He is indeed. But these guys are getting set. We're still waiting for Beeston to rejoin us here. Just quickly, a bit of an update here.
I was about to say, I know what you're about to
forfeit our spot in the 2K. So that's from the Curse AU team. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but won't look too much into it. But they've had to forfeit their spot in the 2K, so they're going to be done. Which means it's going to be the 2XO team pushing on across into that one. So they'll verse the winner of the Pathfinder v Sympathy match. Of course, the winner of this one will verse the winner of the Immunity and Citadel match as well. Citadel match, sorry. So right now, we're still waiting for more matches to be played out. Let's get a quick little ad break. When we come back, we'll continue on with this one. Of course, it is game number 2 in this best out of 3 series between Plantronics.Nv and Trident.RBL. And we're back. So we just got Beeson rejoining us now. So we're good to go. We'll find out if it was wrapped up in the next 2 rounds, or will it take more? Total of 5 rounds that can be played out in a moment. We'll find out, though. And, of course, it is still the Trident.RBL team in the lead. They're up 2 rounds to 4-2 up against Plantronics.Nv, who just picked up 1 round a moment ago before Beeson did time out. So it's quickly circled through the players here. We see 2 AR, 2 SMGs from the Envy team. And sort of a similar, but a sniper rifle, of course, as well there. A double sniper, actually. We've got one on Vanquished and one on Wolfie, or sorry, not Wolfie, Metals screen. So these guys are going to set up deep for that B defense. And right now, Ferg's trying to come up here with Beeston. Beeston did get picked up early off in the round there by Wolfie a second ago. So the bomb's in the hands of Melgy. Melgy's up high, and there's one at the window waiting to say hello. No. It was Wolfie.
2 more rounds for the team trying to rebel, and if they get this one, it will be 1, and there is a clean sweep right there. No one from Trident Rebellion drops. Wolfie picks off 3 of them, and there's going to be 1 more round for them to advance further on into the semi-finals of the ACL 2K Envy. They cannot afford to lose any of this. Quick little update, Immunity are in the semi-final. They did just take out Citadel 2-1. So we'll be seeing them later on in the stream. But Envy, they're fighting right now for them to stay in this 2K right now. And they need to make some plays. Trying to rebel, and they want to finish this Rocky right now. Bio, and that is a great start taking out Malgi.
Yeah, it is indeed. You see Claw, Beeston, and Fergs all still left up and alive here. Being a bit more aggressive side of things, though. Fergs was looking to push up towards Humvees here. Rival is back there, and he sees him. He lets the shots go and can't finish off the kill. And just like that, Metal from behind will take him down. That becomes Beeston and Claw. And I was going to say a 2v4, now a 2v3 after picking up Wolfie down the bottom. They're spraying away. One drops out. There it is there, Metal and Claw. Beeston there by himself. 1v3. Now 1v2 after he picked up Rival, who poked down from Top Hotel a moment beforehand. Inside a strip. There it is there. Vanished with the pistol to take out Beeston, and Plantronics.Nv are done and dusted in the ACL 2K here for today. Now it'll be the Trident Rebellion team pushing on in and pushing on through for the next one. They'll go on to face Team Immunity in their semi-final match from the top side of the bracket. Still got to wait for find out who'll be on the bottom side. It's even between Pathfinder and Sympathy up against 2XO, I believe, at this point in time. Not too sure, but like we said, Rebellion have guaranteed themselves at least a top 4 finish, going up against the Immunity squad, one of the tips heavy favourites to take out this competition today, of course. We'll find out if they're able to do so. But, after a couple of restarts and stuff there during the S&D, it was finally Rebellion to come out on top, a full-time score of 6-2 in that regard. So a good S&D and overall a good series there, but sadly, Plantronics.Nv team just couldn't do much about it. So we'll go and find another matchup, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, like we said, it'll be semi-finals time here at the ACL 2K, of course, presented to you by NVIDIA, Gigabyte, and BenQ, and of course on the MLG.TV side of things. But until then, don't go anywhere. Let's find out who it's going to be taking on that other side of things for 2XO as these guys look down to that bottom side of the brackets. Will it be Pathfinder? Will it be Sympathy? And when we come back, what match we'll have for you next? Back very soon.